You can tell it's a summer night in Linglestown when Coons Park fills with the colorful jerseys of young baseball players. And anytime there's a game, this man,
I'm helping coach in baseball, Jane.
will be there.
Over and back.
Meet 44-year-old Nate Brame.
This is my Jane. I'm here every day. I'm here Saturdays and Sundays.
His job is to run the scoreboard,
Scoreboard is his thing.
a thing he takes very seriously.
You have to watch what you're doing. You don't pay attention. It's hard. It's easy for me, but some of the coaches don't know what they're doing, and I do.
Nate started with the Linglestown Baseball Association in the 1990s when his high school teacher at Central Dauphin East, the late Steve Foltz, suggested he volunteer with the league. Nate had never actually played baseball, but he quickly learned to love it.
Sometimes he calls the plays before the umpire.
His mom, Diane, brought him to Coons Park
That's it.
night after night, year after year after year.
He loves baseball. He lives baseball. He can hardly wait till it's baseball time.
We were winning this thing.
And because of that, he still treats his volunteer duties like a full-time job.
He's all professional, all business when he's running the scoreboard.
I think it's great to see somebody just have that enthusiasm. I think that rubs off on some of these kids.
Nice hit.
Although the scoreboard is his job, the players
Hold on. Hold on. Let's go.
are clearly his passion.
He always has like this positive energy.
When you win this thing?
Yes.
Yes. Go, 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 go.
When they do something good, they know that he's going to be there cheering them on. And even when they mess up, they know that Nate's going to say, it's okay, buddy. Next time you got it.
Go, 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 go.
Cheerleader
Nice hustle.
and lifelong friend.
These kids that he helped long ago, stop and talk to him. He still knows these kids.
Nate proves that the real home runs in life don't come from the numbers on his beloved scoreboard,
Nice hustle.
but from enthusiasm, dedication, and service to others.
He's the heart of Linglestown baseball. I mean, you don't come to a game here without Nate.
The kids are awesome to me. I help them out. I want them kids to be a great ball player.
Hit on three. 1, 2, 3, hit!
Hits.
He gets it back, right circle, pulls the trigger, and scores! Sweet, cuddly mayhem! It's teddy bear toss time!
The teddy bear toss broke the world record yet again. But do the bears actually go somewhere? And when? We have to start at the beginning with a purple teddy bear, weaving through a sold-out crowd on its way to a chair. Fans young and old anxiously waiting for the first Hershey score. To launch their plush
Furry creatures of all shapes and sizes.
and watch them soar. In just minutes, the piles of animals line the ice, while dozens of volunteers bag them up to be counted twice.
I haven't counted one bear yet.
From the rink to the back hallway while the game resumes, counting for hours and hours, thousands of bears piled up in rooms.
35 medium. 35.
They're numbered and thrown into trucks for the night, ready to bring a smile to a child at first daylight. Pickup morning brings 25 organizations from the community. To connect a bear to a child, a perfect opportunity.
One person left today and said, I just loaded my car with 10,000 smiles.
Cocoa Packs fights childhood hunger with dignity and respect.
It is a life changer. You know, it's a game changer.
A daily meal and an extra smile has just that effect.
I love it so much. This is my prized possession now.
For some kids who don't have a lot, I think it makes a huge impact.
From the ice to a child, each bear has a mission, and that smile is the reason for the 20-year tradition.
If you've traveled Route 34 in Mount Holly Springs, you may have seen it.
The Charlie Brown tree.
The small town tree has become a big part of the community. But the tree you're looking at isn't the original.
This is the 5th or 6th Charlie Brown tree that has been planted here. The original was just a straggler. It really looked like the Charlie Brown tree.
This is a book that I have a lot of pictures in. That's me.
And no one knows the history of the tree.
That's a little Charlie Brown tree. That was a earlier one.
Better than 83-year-old Romaine McCommons.
Oh my, he's come a long way.
She's been decorating the tree for 20 years. As the story goes, the original Charlie Brown tree was a wild tree. On Christmas Eve, sometime in the late 90s, a man and his wife bought garland and put it on the tree. Romaine says another woman started decorating the tree for a short time after that, and when she asked for someone to take over, Romaine volunteered. But the original Charlie Brown tree was cut down.
It was 4 boys.
So a new tree was planted.
We decorated another one. It lasted for a little while.
Then there were some accidents.
We've had cars hit it, trucks hit them. This is the one.
And the stick incident.
As far as I know, some lady hit it. She didn't like it, and she hit it with a stick and broke some of the pieces off. We had another tree put in then. We just kept decorating them, whether they liked them or not. We put the potato chip bags on them.
Soon Romaine was decorating the tree year-round.
It's a Halloween tree. It's an Easter tree. It was a hero tree.
And the little Charlie Brown tree became one of those landmarks you look for as you pass through town.
Some of them stops, looks at it. They take pictures of it. Sometimes people would stop and just watch us decorate it. They wanted to know who did it. But there'll be a day come that I won't can do it. And I'll ask for my helper.
And for the past 10 years, that helper,
that's why we do it,
has been David Toner.
It's a sense of pride and accomplishment.
Because this tree has inspired smiles.
And happiness every time they pass it.
Become a part of family traditions.
Every year they bring their kids as small children and they make them come even after they're in college, and they take the picture every year.
And like a Charlie Brown tree is supposed to do, it inspires.
Anyone that would see this would give them joy, encouragement to continue on. It's something that everyone enjoys.
For a long time, they never knew who did it, or they do now.
In Pennsylvania's redistricting past, map makers have made some puzzling decisions when they've drawn political boundaries.
People look at those former examples 20 years ago as being egregious, which they were.
House Majority Leader Kerry Benninghoff is on the redistricting commission and insists map making in a huge and diverse state isn't so easy.
For people to think that you can take the state of Pennsylvania and just make these equal geometric shapes is impractical.
Impractical, perhaps, but not impossible, according to the Good Government Group Committee of 70, which took citizen input, made a map, made a puzzle out of it, and handed it out to all 253 state lawmakers. More than 7,000 people in 40 counties contributed maps. The final product is a composite of that work.
The whole point of this is to make sure that citizens, the voice of the citizens is heard, which, as you know, has not always been the case in the past.
Benninghoff insists this time the people are being heard and the map makers being seen.
And frankly, I think, again, because of technology and the ability to have real-time communication and observations, there is no secrecy to this. It's not, you're going to go into some dark room and draw up maps. And frankly, what do we have to gain by that?
But Thornburg is calling on the legislature to release its draft map very soon so the public has more time to see it and weigh in on it and perhaps push for changes to it.
You can't beat something with nothing, so that if you've got a better map, then step forward and let's take a look at it.
Benninghoff is working to solve the redistricting puzzle in PA. Says he's seen this one, but has he put it together yet?
I have not, but I may get one of my grandchildren do it a little faster than I can.
This sycamore tree at Dillsburg Elementary has witnessed a lot the past 38 years. New tricks, lots of games.
I use it for like tag.
And perhaps some schoolyard crushes.
Use it for hiding and hiding from the boys. They're always chasing us for some reason.
This tree happens to have a story of its own.
It went to the moon in a rocket ship.
Launch commit, liftoff. We have liftoff with Apollo 14.
January 31st, 1971. Apollo 14 launches.
Houston is controlling.
Stuart Russo was the command module pilot, and he brought hundreds and hundreds of tree seeds with him to orbit the moon. People have never heard of this, and they're going, really? There's trees that have been to the moon? And
Dave Williams is in charge of archiving planetary data for NASA. He has been researching moon trees for over 20 years.
There were 5 types. The sycamores, there were loblolly pines, there were sweet gums, Douglas fir, and redwood. They came back to Earth. They've germinated them, so now there's these trees that have been grown from seeds that have been around the moon and back to Earth, growing all over the country, which are now we call the moon trees.
And one of those trees ended up at Dillsburg Elementary, planted on Arbor Day in 1983.
Oh, yes, I was right there.
Jack Wineski, now 90 years old, worked for the Pennsylvania Bureau of Forestry.
I was in a position that I could pull one off and treat it a little more carefully and then put it right where it is right now.
He says he worked with Principal Larry Rohn to make it happen. There's Jack, and that's the moon tree.
And right next to her leg, it looks like a wire in there. And that was the tree. Trees have witnessed a lot of things, and they still witness things.
This one gets to see a lot of kids grow up.
Yes, yes.
Like Jennifer Gruber. She was a 5th grader at Dillsburg Elementary when the moon tree was planted.
As an 11-year-old, I thought, oh my goodness, our tree went to the moon, and it was like so exciting. So for us, it was a huge deal.
Now, she's a 1st grade teacher at the school.
I always make sure that they understand that's a very special tree and why it's so special.
A lot of arborists and different people that are interested in the moon tree come to Dillsburg just to visit this tree and learn more about it. And apparently there is one group that calls every year to say, is it still there? Is it still alive?
Because some of the moon trees did not survive.
It's just amazing that we've taken care of it and given it what it needs to grow and thrive.
I hugged it because it's cozy.
Maybe the special thing about this tree is it gets love from little people every day.
That may be why this moon tree keeps reaching for the stars.